Replay the clip. Replay the clip. Guys, I did want to say towards the start of the video, if it means anything to any of you, and if you'll indulge me and let me be a little greedy for a second, today is my birthday. So if you wanted to give me a birthday present, you don't have to, but you can do it 100% for free just by clicking that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, and if you're willing to just click that button, help me out, make my birthday a little better, and support the channel, that would go a long way. Thanks. How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious. You can call me Fasti, and welcome to Fasti Gacha. Today, we are pulling on the permanent banner, my favorite banner to pull on, because unlike all the other banners except for, I guess, the Ascension and the X3 Affinity, we actually will do 2 Ascension summons just for fun, but unlike any of the limited banners, like the specific Animus raid-up banners, with the permanent banner, you don't know what you're gonna get, and that's fun. That's Gacha. I do love the Gacha mechanisms in this game because it becomes very straightforward and doable, even as a full dirty free-to-play, to get raid-up units. But when you're pulling here, when it's a 100% chance to get Plume, you know you're getting Plume. It's nice to have a little mystery, so we're pulling on the permanent summon banner today. Why is that? Well, of course, it's for the Wishbinder gift event. How could it not be? We're gonna go to 100 points, though I will say if you like the video or if you're curious, it is possible I'm going to go to 200 points in a part 2. I just haven't fully decided, but for sure I'm going to the 100 points because I want to get this selector chest. This selector chest is phenomenal, especially if you are PvP oriented. All 3 of these are like the bruiser DPS meta, right? Holden, phenomenal defense based with really good strip and debuffing. Then we've got Tiamat, the best HP-based DPSer, just insane. And then Rahu challenging Holden as like the best defense-based DPSer. He has great debuffing. He has the really good ally assist, really cracked out kits. He also has AoE increased defense as a buff, which is rarer than you'd imagine in this game. So these are all 3 awesome choices. If you're missing just one, please do yourself a favor and just pick the one you're missing. But if you're like me and you've got all 3, it can kind of be an interesting decision. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video once we hit 100. But first, we have to do our pulls. Along the way, we're going to get some pretty cool stuff. The 500 reconfig chips, this is kind of a coup. That is really good. We get our purple lattice, the evolution lattice for our SRs. That's solid. We get 2 Apex prototypes. For me as a free-to-play, that is awesome. Those are way too hard to get. And then we get some module essence, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but it's obviously a bit of a win. I do think if you are going to go in on this, you should be targeting the reconfig chips and then obviously the quantum cipher box, the selector chest, because this is just too cool, right? So in 100 summons, absolute worst case scenario. Like if things really went awry, you're coming out with 1 SSR pulled. But then with the selector box, it's 2. So you're guaranteeing yourself 2 in 100, and you have a choice on one of those 2. If you're lucky, you're going to get 3. You're probably going to pull 2 in 100. And if you're really lucky, you're going to get more than that. And I actually want to, the last thing I want to say before we start pulling is, I think there's a world I pull a little bit more than 100. I'm in a pretty good spot right now. I'll go to my summoning in a second, but I have like over 150 Animus prototypes saved. They do make these easy to stockpile for even free to play, and I haven't even done my Ember Trek this month, and obviously that's resetting at the end of the month in 10 days. So for that reason, you know, if we're getting close to a nice soft pity, getting close to a mercy on another one, even after 100, I might do 1 or 2 more 10 pulls. Maybe I'll even go up to 130 and pick up another one of these enhanced prototypes so we can do those Ascension summonings. We'll do that at the end. As for the 200, the perfect lattices are just so rare. Even as a free-to-play, I might do it just for that. I need to do a little math and figure out if I can be fully ready for the next time they're doing the non-LD raid-ups. It's going to be 2 new units, and I like to pick up a copy of each, so you need at least 160 summons. You obviously have 3 weeks for that, and we still have over a week left on the LD raid-up right now for Plume, so I think I probably will, but I need to add some stuff up. You know what we could actually do? I took this thing down to, I believe, 60 summons when I was summoning for Batsby and Infoniel. Okay, I checked my Batsby and Infoniel summons videos. This was like exactly 3 weeks ago, maybe like 3 weeks and a day, because I do think I posted this a couple of days after I actually did the pulls. So with that considered, I probably saved about 100 summons in 3 weeks, and I actually have not been completely min-maxing every event right now. So that gives me hope, right? If we've got basically a week and a half left on Plume, and then it's gonna be a 3-week run of the LDs, that's 4.5 weeks. Yeah, I think there probably will be a part 2 to this video. I think I will go to the 200 because we have 161. We have some crystals. I think I'll make it happen. Maybe I'll have to use the crystals. It would be worth it for the lattice. Without further ado, this yap session is over. Let's pull, baby. The last time I pulled on this banner was the last Wishbinder, and I do want to say we ended with a crazy bang. I think for the second time ever, I hit 2 SSRs in one 10 pull, and it was Rahu, who was a dupe, but a very good dupe, and then my first ever Lily. So it's going to be hard to match that magic, but let's see. Our first 10 pop. We're looking for gold every time, baby. The only SRs I think I don't have maxed are D-Ting, Nilu, or Nell. I never know. They keep changing her name. And then whatever, Hazuki Mari. Is that the name of the new girl? I only have her P2 or P3. So I can't get too excited about too many SRs. Now that I think about it, there's probably a few more. Those are just like the LD ones that come to mind. We'll see in a second if I get any Animus prototype stuff from them. Okay, so I was missing Yang and Tsutomu. So I'm completely wrong. I guess there's a couple good SR pickups we can have that we still don't have maxed. Not too upset about that. And you can see as we summon, we're earning points for the Wishbinder. And we got our 2 Apex summons already. So let's go. We need those. I had to go the whole frickin' way to get my plume. If you didn't see that video, go check it out. It was some true pain. It was brutal. I was prepared, but it was brutal. There's a Kazami Kazuyo. And that's it. Okay, we also picked up a Viper, excuse me. And let's see. Kazami Kazuyo also wasn't maxed. All right, I had a lot of hubris about how maxed out my SR units were. I clearly had a few more that still needed prowess. All right, 0 for 20. Let's keep going. We can't really get excited and start expecting stuff until 50, but it's nice to hope that we get lucky, right? Ass who? There's a Dorothy. She is 1,000,000% max. I've probably got her P12 or something. There's not a doubt in my mind on that one. Is that all we're coming out with? The SR rates have been good so far. I feel like we're usually hitting 2. Hachi, phenomenal rare, and you'll see. Yeah, just anima crystals. So for sure on Dorothy, we're fine. Let's keep pulling. Let's keep going. We miss again, 0 for 40. This sucks. Oh my God. Like intellectually, I'm like, no, like always expect to go to Mercy, like never expect to get lucky. But like in my heart, I'm like, no, we're gonna get lucky. It happens once in a while. My Nymphoniel and Batsby summons were stupid lucky. They were insanely lucky. So there's Dorothy the Wisher. She's maxed out as well. All right, so this puts us to 50, and I do believe we had like 1 summon after Lily. So the first pull after we hit Lily, however many weeks ago, the first pull is going to push us into Soft Mercy, right? Hard guarantee is not till 50, but you know, it's hard guarantee is not till 80, but that soft thing starts building after your 50th summon. Looks like we got nothing again here though. So here we got a Dina. And now this is an exciting moment. It's very, very likely we're going to hit on our next 10 pull. We're 0 for our first 50. I do want to take one moment. I meant to do this earlier. If we go to the archive, even as a stinky free-to-play, I do have a pretty full roster right now. If we could pick up any LD, even dupes, that's great. But I would love, love, love to get Lilium or Doki. Because if you didn't know, in 5 days for the global launch celebration, we're getting a selector ticket for LD SSRs. I'll have a whole video on it when we're closer. But with that, Yeli's not on it, who is probably who I'd pick, her or Lilium. But then we've got Lilium and Doki. And I would love to pull one so then I know I can pick the other. Otherwise, I'll pick Lilium. And then for non-LDs, I'm only missing Celince and I think Lilith. Oh, my bad. Jada and Chloros and Beyonce. So I'm only missing 5, though. Pretty good. Not too shabby. So we'd love to pick up something new. That's what I'm trying to say. So now we're all on the same page. Let's keep summoning. Very likely we hit here. Very, very likely we hit. Please. We do. And let's see. I'm definitely going to go for one more after the 100 if we don't hit early. I can't help myself. We've saved this much. We got to do it. Kazuyo the Reverie. I don't know if my K-Rev is at P5, and I obviously use her a ton. She is a queen. She's a goddess. Here Here we go. Who's it gonna be, baby? We'll take a Tia. We will take a Tia dupe. That is too good, man. I'll tell you, I'm leaning towards Holden for the selector. My Tiamat is P2, so this will be P3. I've pulled her twice. This is a third time, so now we've pulled her 3 times ever. And I actually bought her anima prowess thing from the anima exchange shop, where you use those tickets you get in the little arcade, what do you call that? The vending machine game? That's sweet. So P3 is pretty good, man. That's a stat boost. That is pretty freaking nice. We will absolutely take that. And then we hit 4 more after. So we're 4 more towards, the next 50 for the soft mercy to start kicking in. That is a pretty cool pickup. I actually just 6-starred my Tiamat. I'm very heavily considering maxing out her S1. It's hard to make those calls though, obviously. Because those perfect lattices are so rare, but she's phenomenal for PvP. I don't find the greatest use for her outside of that, but yeah, that is P3 on the prowess, and that's going to give her, really, we don't care too much about the attack, but 5% increased defense and HP. We will take it. It also gets us 1 step closer to plus 8% crit rate, which could go a long way to unlocking new kinds of builds. And then finally, we'll get the great P5 and 2 more. So that is a really fun pickup. I will take one quick moment just while we're here to show the other 2 guys. So my Holden almost certainly is P0. So that's kind of why I want to get him the P1 to get the increased defense and HP. And it also gets him 1 step away from the increased crit rate, which I really like. And then Rahu, I have pulled twice. So if I can show you that, Rahu over here, still need to build him out, but he is probably my next to 6-star, unless we pull something crazy. Well, actually, we got to do Plume and then Rahu. But if we look, he's at P1. So we'd be just picking up effect accuracy, good for the decreased defense and stuff. But I don't know. I think the picking up, it was really kind of between Tiamat and Holden, and I was already leaning Holden. And now that we picked up already a P3 there with Tiamat, I think, yeah. I will say, if we pull Tiamat again, I might select her to get her P5 and get the reduced incoming damage and increased outgoing damage. But okay, we've done 6 10 pops. We've got 40 remaining, but we're already 4 deep. So with the 40, we'd be at 44, which means we'd be 6 away from the soft mercy kicking in. So if we don't hit early, I will just pull till the next legendary for sure. And at that point, I might just pull to 130, if we're being honest. So if we don't hit early, we're probably going to pull to 130. And then we will do those enhanced summons, those enhanced prototypes, the Ascension. All right, we got purple again here, though. Surprise, surprise. Can I get my P5 D-Ting? Something I've wanted for a very long time. We just picked up P4 when we were going for Plume, but before that, I hadn't pulled D-Ting in literally months. Another Sutomu. Fangus, awesome. I do think my Fangus is max, but I've been wrong many times in this video. Not wrong that time. So Rin and Fangus were max. Sutomu was not. Picking up a lot of Sutomu today, baby. All right, 3 more until we get our selector chest. More SR. All right, let's just skip it this time. We're getting a lot of multiple SR 10 pulls, though. The SR rates are excellent. And we're picking up Kraken and, of course, Gray. And neither were maxed out. All right, the hubris this guy had about how max his SRs were was comical. What a jerk. So wrong. All right, 2 more 10 pops. Okay, no luck there. Let's skip again. Just a Dorothy the Wisher that time. We know she's max. And now the final one that we need to do. This brings us to the selector chest. And we hit. Oh my God, we hit. Okay, so we're going to stop there then. Keep your eyes open for a part 2, though. We'll still do those 2 enhanced I have. Who's it going to be? Come on, baby. Freya dupe. All right, we'll take... I think that's going to be P2 on the Freya. She's fun to use in PvP. She obviously can be quite helpful in certain PvE things. I will say, since I got an Infonial, I'm using Freya less. But there's a world, especially, she's got multiple prowess now. And once I start investing in her a little more, maybe, I could see her getting some play for me in PvP. She could be a unit I build for RTA. I'm starting to take RTA a bit more seriously on this account. For sure, keep your eyes open if you like RTA, if you like Summon Arena. I'm going to take it very seriously on the other account I play, the Last Steadiest account that I have with Larry. That is a huge Kraken account, and we're kind of all over it over there. So pretty cool stuff. We'll take that Freya, though. That puts us at 9 towards the next one. It's kind of a tough spot to be in if we decide to keep summoning. So I definitely won't continue summoning in a part 2 unless I know we can comfortably get to the 200 and get the perfect lattice. I'm actually kind of on the fence about that now that I'm saying it out loud. But let's collect all our great goodies. Tons of Etheria coin. We'll take it. 500 reconfig chips. Awesome. We got the SR Evolution Lattice, 1,000 module essence, 2 Apex prototypes, and then, of course, our selector box where we are going to select Holden in just 1 second. But before we do, I mean, I've been sitting on these two for a long time. You never know. These are, I don't want to jinx myself, but these are the summons I've been the luckiest with in the history of my account. I've pulled 4 ever, and out of those 4, I've pulled 2 SSRs. I got my first Mio and my first Hoyan, which are my only Mio and Hoyan. So can we get lucky? I think it's only a 10% chance, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 7.5 for normal, 2.5 for LD. But you never know. We've been lucky in the past. Let's see it. I start out with SR. Hachi the guard. Excellent, excellent character. Great animus. And then finally, one more. Oh, baby. The 50% lives on our 6th one ever, 6th one of these ever, getting our 3rd SSR. Come on, baby. Come on. Replay the clip. Replay the clip. But then we've got Lilium and Doki. And I would love to pull one so then I know I can pick the other. What did I say? I said I really hope we pull a Doki Doki or a Lilium so I can easily choose the other. And we snipe a Doki Doki out of this wackiness. We snipe a Doki Doki out of our Ascension summons. By far my luckiest summons. That's the 6th one I've ever done. The 6th enhanced prototype. And the 3rd time we've hit SSR. The 2nd time we've hit LD. I don't have that many LD characters on my account. So to have picked up 2 of them out of these 6 enhanced prototypes, what an insane way to end the video. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, if you don't know, there's a selector coming. Most of the LDs are on it. Like Yelly's not on it. Plume's not on it. I think just about everyone else is. I'm trying to think if there's anyone. Let me take a peek in case this is helpful to you guys. Yeah, I think it's just like the 2 raid ups they've done since launch aren't on it. But like Messiah was raid up with launch, and then Mio was added to the game on launch. So I think everyone else is in it. So like a lot of people, if you don't have Lily, obviously pick Lily. But I mean, Doki Doki's so good for RTA. I've been wanting her forever. And then Lilium. So I guess I'm mistaken. I don't know why I'm saying that. So I think maybe just Yelly and Plume aren't on it, because Lilium for sure is on it. So 2 of the 3 raid ups that have happened since launch are not on it, but Lilium is. So you know who I'm picking, right? I'm only missing one that I can pick because I can't pick Yelly. It's gonna be Lilium. That is such an awesome pull for this account. I'm too excited. What a fun way to end it. Guys, if you're not yet playing Etheria Restart, I think you should consider it, especially if you made it to the end of this video. Use my link in the description and the top pinned comment. You won't regret it. It is a very fun game if you're patient. As a free-to-play, you can still fill up your whole archive and really collect so many of the units in this game. It is a lot of fun, and it's a great time to start because the global launch is in 5 days. So there you have it. I've been Fastidious. Thank you so much for watching me here on Fasti Gacha. Share with your mother. We just got Doki Doki, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.
All right, there is P1 Holden, and I almost have a P2 Holden from doing the Friendship Union Assist. So there we go. All right, guys, thanks for watching.